And we're live. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Man, we've got stuff to discuss tonight.
Oh, that's me. Hang on.
Yep.
There we go. There, I
We
had to
might
mute
want.
the screen.
Oh no, that's okay. We just have to wait. Oh, there we got some people in there
There we go. There, I had.
from 0 to 9 in 1.2 seconds. Love it.
Yay!
Got the TV
What?
on.
Hang on a sec. I don't know. I'm having technical difficulties. Hang on.
Yep. I'll just wait for people to file in. It's going to be a hot topic tonight. Dun, dun, dun. Come say hello. Let's see who's in. Don't be shy. Doo. There we go. Hi, nickname. Ready for the scoop? Ready for the excitement?
The drama. The
The
drama.
drama. Oh, the drama.
There's always drama. There's always
Mm.
drama.
And so close to the end of the week, everything has to be done.
Oh,
Instead,
yes. Yes. I mean, I went around like a
mm,
absolute crazy person today trying to get stuff done. And
oh,
I tell you, the holidays, if you've ever worked retail, it's already
oh yes.
starting. I think everybody should be required to work retail for a holiday season, the whole thing, not just a day or two, the holiday season. Holy shit, people are just nightmare material. It's like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
I have always said that if to understand what retail goes through, service people, you need to work it.
It's
It's
it's incredible. It really is.
yeah,
And people sit there and say, "Oh, well, they have such wonderful time." I didn't. I was in retail for many many years, and I'll never forget the first year I did not have to work retail, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is awesome. I don't have to work retail." And it was wonderful. And you'd go back in. It was just horrible. It was horrible. People can tear up a store in 2 seconds. I used to work for Kohl's back in the day, and
oh well,
um, we would have to be there till midnight trying to straighten up the store, and then you would have to be back by 7. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm a sugar ass. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I need my sleep. I'm mean if I don't get my sleep. So, but anyways, um, we'll have an interesting conversation tonight,
I think
and
so.
I think we should talk about pie.
What a wonderful subject to talk about.
I do. I think we should talk about pie. There's been a great debate today in Discord amongst some of us ladies as to what is the best pie. Now,
Seasonal
it,
pie or everyday pie? Uh, how do we go from here?
you know, it's interesting because just exactly what kind of pie does everybody want? Well, since it's going to be for Thanksgiving, what does everybody want for Thanksgiving? What kind of pie do you
Oh,
need?
pumpkin comes to mind.
Definitely pumpkin. And now, what about in my household growing up? Kind of depended on what holiday you were being influenced by, having an Irish father and an Italian mom. Um, my pop had to have mincemeat pie of
Yes.
every holiday. Didn't matter if it was
Oh,
Thanksgiving, Christmas. I mean, half the time he'd ask for that for his birthday.
I
So that
love
was
mincemeat. Yep.
a little bit of his Irish heritage pouring in there, that we wanted, mincemeat pie. And then the southern half of the family, well, you gotta have a pecan pie. And now that's
Pecan.
the other big crazy thing is, do you pronounce it pecan or pecan?
I personally Pecan.
And I do as well. And some of the Southern relatives just look at me every time like I've butchered and created murder. Kate, it's pecan, it's pecan. And I'm like, oh Lord, y'all stop. I'm not gonna have this debate with you. But it always comes up this time of year. So it's so fun because we all have those family members that put the fun in dysfunctional.
Chanel.
Yes, yes. YouTube families too.
Yes. Hi, Abby. Hi, nickname.
Hi, nickname. Hi, AMB. Man. See, we
See,
have
but
an
now,
ornery one. She
now
says
we're not
pecan.
talking. We're not talking meat pie at the moment. Keep up with the program, dear. We are talking holiday pies,
Now,
dessert,
see,
dessert.
she was probably one of those troublemakers from
I
earlier,
think.
AMB. Hmm.
I think. I think.
Oh, no. So, what other kinds of pie do y'all like?
I personally am very fond of rhubarb and strawberry pie.
Uh-oh. I know somebody in the chat that really likes that.
Ooh, who could that be?
That would be, is she gonna fess up? Oh, now she's saying cherry cheese.
Oh,
Hun, don't you also love strawberry rhubarb pie nickname?
see, nickname and I need to buy pie and two forks and have at it.
Oh, yeah, yes, yes. Oh, and Ted Cruz is chipping in. Hey, Ted, by the way, sweet potato pie, 100%. That
Oh,
is really good.
I have never had sweet potato pie. I know it's supposed to be similar to pumpkin pie, but I've never
It's
had
very
sweet
similar.
potato.
Yes, very
Yeah.
similar. And depends on mincemeat can be both. Mincemeat is also like a fruit as well. So you have to, I think it's different in different parts of the world, but as far as the Irish are concerned, it's I don't know, it's kind of has a very distinct flavor, the mincemeat does. But it's not meat. It's more of like a fruity type thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it is
Well,
good
yeah,
pie.
minced it just means it's ground. Like we say ground beef, and in the UK it's minced beef. So it's just different word meaning the same thing.
Right, you never know. I mean, everybody has different things.
And Crazy Lynn likes the humble pie. Well, that'll be served up in about 75 days. If you know, you know. If you don't,
True,
it's coming.
true. Exactly. Exactly.
But moving on, so what is the bigger draw? Do you think? It's like a creamy pie, like pumpkin or banana cream, or a fruit pie.
Now,
I
me, go
I'm
ahead.
a fruit pie. I like my fruit pie best.
I probably would be that too, but then, a good chocolate pie is always good.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
wonderful chocolate silk pie.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
do, I do, I do have a thing for coconut cream pie.
Those are good too.
Yes, yes. But I am looking at where did you go?
I don't know. Did
Somebody
I? I was going to say, I hope I
said,
didn't drop myself off already.
"Oh no, no, no,
Goodness.
no, no! I just lost the comment I wanted to." Oh, and Kate's pecan. Is that what's that pronounced? Upper crust accent. The pecan.
I don't know. My family swears that is the correct Southern pronunciation is pecan.
Uh,
And I did this. It just gives me the creeps to say it that way. It's just like it's
Ew.
pecan. What's wrong with you?
We no. I tell you why. We have a uh oh, what are those oh, what am I trying to say? Those portable potties, the ported toilets. One of the companies where I'm from, it is literally called Pecan.
Oh,
Pecan. So it is never going to be pecan for me. It's got to be pecan.
right. And well, that would be interesting to actually put those two things together in a sentence, the porta potty with the pecan. You're right. Oh my goodness, we're gonna be talking Ms. Minnie's pies before long.
Oh, let's talk Miss Minnie.
Oh yes, you know Miss Minnie, that her and her chocolate pie.
Best movie ever. Must
I
get the
think so
recipe.
too. It is one of my all-time favorites as well.
Yeah, yeah. I should
And there's
actually.
a go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I should actually go pick the book up. I have. I usually read books before I see the movie, but this time it was reversed. I still haven't gotten down to pick up the book.
I hear the book is really, really good. I have not had a chance to get to it either. That
Yeah.
is definitely on my list. And but it is so cute because the first time I caught that movie, I happened to catch it edited. And
Oh,
yes, and they that's a very different thing. And my goodness, I watched it, and one of my sisters said, "You got to call me right afterwards." I go, "Okay." And she goes, "What did you think?" And I'm like, "Which part?" And she goes, "Well, Miss Minnie's pie." And I said, "Well, that's pretty disgusting." And she goes, "Well, yeah." And I said, "Well, yeah, anybody that spits in somebody's food." And she goes, "Honey." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "That's not what she said." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." She goes, and she makes me go rewatch it. Okay. She goes, "You got to go rewatch it now." And this is what she said. And I about fell out. I was like, oh my God, the version I saw, how rude. They substitute shit with spit.
that.
And, and either one was, the spit was totally pliable in the plot to me. I'm like, okay, yes, she spit in the pot. And no, that wasn't exactly it. And so that has been a standing joke around the holidays for some of my family, which they're twisted people. Just ignore that. So, but yes, so it is again. It's the theme of the evening, pie.
Pie. We have a
Because
pie.
we forgot we talked about everything else that rose last night, and we talked about the dinners and all the good stuff and what we were having, but we forgot dessert. We
That's
forgot
right.
to talk about pie.
And she promised she would put her sweet potato pie recipe in Discord, and she never did.
And I think that's what started the kerfuffle with pie
Hmm.
anyway.
It's what
So
us old people do.
I guess so. I'm just, hey, I'm lucky that I put my underwear on today without falling over, okay? What do they want?
I I position myself by the bed just in case there's a loss of balance.
You can never be too careful, girl. Dang.
Right, the hips,
No.
the hips.
Yes. Oh my. Oh.
Oh
Oh my
well.
goodness, we've having to thank you, Kate Winslet, for the kind of the little heads up in the chat there to give people a little bit of an idea there. Um,
Oh yeah,
oh my
I
gosh, nickname! You've not seen that movie. If you have not seen that
oh,
movie,
we
you
just spoiled it
must
for
you
you.
must see. It truly is. And a friend of mine that I've known for many many years. He actually we had a very big conversation about this movie, and he goes, well, that's exactly how I grew up. He said that was me in the 60s. He said, we had, staff like that, and he goes, I was raised by the nanny. So he was just
Really?
amazed. And I was just like, oh my gosh, and that's kind of scary though. That was, that was still the 60s.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
like, ah, and when I first moved south, um, it was in the 70s, the late 70s, that there were still signs in restaurants that said whites only, and I was shocked. I just couldn't believe that. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Well, what happened here? So, but again, and that's, we won't get into that kind of stuff, but I think, you can't erase history. You can only try to
No.
not
Yeah.
relive it,
Yeah.
just not relive it.
And actually going veering off from the pie to what you were just saying, I find it when I'm watching movie reviews or guys on YouTube that are reviewing old television shows from the 60s and the 70s, and yeah, it was quite even as women. Our main rule on television was to stand there and scream for help. So I find or shows like Archie Bunker would never, All in the Family would never be made today, never. And I'm wondering if they would ever be aired without being censored.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
yeah, so I find the reviewers, they're almost apologizing to their audience. Well, that was back then, and I don't agree with this, and I'm going, shut up. It's history. It's
It
done.
is.
It's recorded. Just
Yes.
don't even acknowledge it. Talk about the theme, or I think one that comes to mind was remember the old Barney Miller uh, police. Did you ever watch that one?
I
It was
actually loved Abe Vigoda. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, and all
There you
those
go.
guys. Yeah.
Well, they were one of the first TV shows to treat a gay couple as an everyday thing, as not
It's
something to laugh
true.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there was a lot of good that came out of the 70s TV era. Yeah, there was a lot that wasn't all that, but I sit back and I still find myself howling with laughter, but I laugh at myself too. So
Oh,
yeah, it's a balance. It's a balance. But I'm almost kind of want to write these reviewers and say, shut up about it. It's this is now, that was then, and anything Lovecraftian that anybody is talking about nowadays, the guy was mentally ill. He was a horrible racist, but he was also really mentally ill too.
yes.
And it was it was the times. It was the times. That's how they thought. Don't apologize for something that's already done and dusted.
Right.
Just learn from it and move on. Is what my point is with that roundabout explanation. Is just
Right.
yeah. Move. Let's
And
let's acknowledge it, accept it, and let's discuss his stories. Don't discuss his personal views. That's not
right.
what people are there for.
Right.
Okay. All
Right.
right. Back to
Right.
pie.
Oh, I know. Well, because it really is. We just did not get to cover much about pie yesterday, so that's just
Yes.
a sin
Yes.
to me. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes. Yes.
dessert first, folks. Sorry, hon. Mm-mm. That's just
Uh-huh.
how boomers do it, though. That's just how the boomers do it. So,
This is for sure.
golly.
So, okay. Yeah, Cthulhu, not gonna like that.
Yes, Mary. I hope you're doing well, hon. Happy Thanksgiving coming up. It's good to see you.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And
Yeah,
now,
okay.
does anybody else have pie debate? I mean, what should there be? How come? And it's interesting too, because how come there's not cake at Thanksgiving? There's cake at Christmas in my family.
Fruitcake.
Well, and I'm one of those wackos. I love if fruitcake is made well, I like it. I like
I
Harry and
like
David's fruitcake. I'll admit it.
I like homemade fruitcake. I'm not too fond of store-bought fruitcake. I have to say that. Um, ginger cake is a good Christmas cake.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
With a hard sauce. Oh, my mother used to. Oh my God, my mother could make a ginger cake with hard sauce,
Mm,
which is sort of a caramel or
that
brown
sounds
sugar sauce. Is
wonderful.
what I'm trying to say. Oh,
Boy, you're going to have to share that recipe, young
oh,
lady.
oh my God. I think I can dig up her ginger cake recipe, but I cannot find the hard sauce. But I've looked up on Google and it's pretty much the same. So I don't think it was anything fancy or unusual. But
No,
I
and I'm sure
genuinely.
you could wing it by taste. Hi, Jenny, honey. So, I do. You could probably
Yeah.
absolutely wing it. But so it is cute because, yeah, and Thanksgiving, a lot of people, and we have an otter family, a bigger family. So we have both at both Christmas and Thanksgiving. We have turkey and ham. So, I mean, it
Mhm.
just how we've always done it. And, my father, it was very interesting, and it took me forever to try it. It was oyster dressing. And I was kind of like, my kind of oyster is you go get them, you bring them up, you keep them in the burlap bag, you got them in, you soak them in their seawater, and you steam
Yeah.
them and with a little dollop of hot sauce. Woo, yes, that's an oyster. Anything else? No. So I was very reluctant. He goes, well, you've got to try it. You've got to just try it. How can you say you don't like it if you haven't tried it? I'm like, what's it's an educated guess at this point, Bob. Sorry. It's like, yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that people always have to have at Thanksgiving. So, the sweet potatoes and the rolls and the
Mhm.
cranberry sauce and but pie is definitely what I
The
revolve
star.
around.
The star of absolutely. Mans, tell us. I know you don't have Thanksgiving in the Aussie land, but you must have pie unique to your area. You must share. Cryo no, not player. No.
Oh, chestnut stuffing. I like chestnut
Yeah.
stuffing because I like chestnuts. But you know what, Crazy Lynn? Yeah.
No.
I have a feeling I know better than to do that. Because see, I'm friends with this lady named Nickname, and oh yeah, the things that she sends you behind the scenes, you think she's this little innocent thing. She's
No.
not. She's brutal, is she not, Kathy? She's
She
brutal.
is. She is.
Oh, I tell you. I don't
I
know. No
hear that they're
pie for you,
delicious. I
Nickname.
just, yeah, I do. I love pot pies too, Jenny. And after I make a massive amount of stew because the older it gets, the better it tastes. And then you make it into a big old pot pie or meat pie. Oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
just the best.
Yep. Yep. There's one of the favorite Caribbean foods whenever we went down to the Caribbean it was like a pastry. Um I don't know. It was almost like a pie crust that was folded, and it had different types of seasoned meat inside, and they called them patties. And oh my God, I could just eat those all day. They were so good. And they came with like a little dipping sauce. And so they're hard to find up, where I'm at, but every now and then I'm lucky and I find some. But those were definitely a treat. So whenever we went down that way, we try not to go away too often on the holidays because then, people get ruffled feathers and we just can't do it. So
Uh,
it is what it is.
the
But
Cornish pasties. Yeah, I like those. There's quite a few British gentlemen that make a bunch of recipes on YouTube. There, Cornish pasties and pot pies and steak and kidney and that kind of stuff. Shepherd's
right.
with lamb.
Right. Yeah, and I think haggis comes to mind this time of year too for some. So
Yeah, and actually, it's not bad tasting. I was really surprised. I know it's not the best sounding thing, but it wasn't bad, half bad.
I don't know about that. I'm still thinking about that one, Kathy. I don't know if I'd try that or not. I've smelled it before. Maybe that's why. So I was kind of like,
Oh, come
oh, okay, I
on.
think that's another educated guess. That's just like I have half of my family lives out west. They're like sushi. I'm like, ew, no.
No, Kate. It's
Yes.
really
Mm-mm.
good. Oh,
No, 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 no. Ew, no.
peasant. You're a peasant.
And, okay, and if you ever get a chance to see this episode of Two and a Half Men, it is Squab, Squab, Squab. It's the funniest episode ever of Two and a Half Men, and it pretty much goes through the different things me and Jake both with sushi. So there we go. It's a thing. Yes, Jamaican patties, Lynn. Yes.
Yeah, they're good. Depends on who makes them.
True. That, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, I like spicy food and stuff, but it doesn't really like me that much. So I tend to
Mm,
just kind of stay away from it, learn lesson learned. So,
yeah,
and
I do
that's
like my
interesting
spicy.
too. I don't think they make pie that's has any kind of spicy because they do make. A lot of people are shocked to hear this that um, with chocolate they will pair it with chilies, some different types of
Yes,
chili.
I've had that, and I have to tell you, and cinnamon, and I
Yes.
don't like it. I
Did
don't
you
like
not?
it. Mm-mm.
It's different. It really is different, and I think maybe I was lucky. It was made really well. So, because the type of chili that she used was something that you just wouldn't, run to the store and find. So it was something that was a little bit more unusual, but I liked it. Would I have it all the time? Probably not, but I did like it. So
Yeah.
that's weird. I
No,
know
I
that's
mean,
weird.
I wasn't spit out awful for me. I just ate a piece, and I was going, yeah, no, I don't think I would ever seek this out. Thanks, but no thanks. It was so I
No,
sort of had the same reaction to it that I do with asparagus. And asparagus is the only green vegetable I don't like.
I think I only like it if it's grilled. I mean,
Uh,
one of my nieces puts it under the broiler with sprinkled with just some good salt and pepper and another little spice and a little drizzle of olive oil, and I will eat that. I thought it was really good because I'm normally not normally asparagus to me is just a little bit too chewy. It's a little, I don't know.
yeah, no, it's a nothing veggie for me. People go on and on about it, and I try it at least once a year to see if I change my mind. And no,
At least you're open-minded, Kathy. That's kind of important at this boomer phase. You kind of got to be open-minded.
there is
Oh,
very little I don't like. On my do not eat list is maybe 3 or 4 items. I like food. I like to try new things. Um, yeah, so my short list is pretty short of things I won't eat or
well,
won't
yeah. I
go out
mean,
of my
pretty much
way to eat. Yeah.
the same here. I mean, I will try it. I mean, I will definitely try. Like I've tried escargot and that kind of stuff. And it was funny. We went on this one cruise, and the staff was so cute. We had so much fun on this trip. And my husband is notorious. I mean, if you look up in the dictionary where it says picky, it's him. And when I first met him, I mean, it's the foods he wouldn't eat. I was like, what is wrong with you? I mean, something's just seriously wrong with you. And this cruise, the staff that helped us with our table, because that was back then where you were assigned your table, and that's just how it was. And their quest for this entire 7-day trip was to get him to try other stuff. They would bring it, even if he look at me, goes, "Well, I didn't order that," and he goes, "Monsieur, we just want you to try it," and he'd be like, "Okay,
Oh.
fine." And so, bless his heart, though, he found out that he liked some of the stuff, you know. So now
Yeah.
he's much more after 30 years. He's definitely relaxed a little bit about what he will definitely try. So that's good. But it was funny.
Uh,
Oh,
well,
hey,
Sean,
Ro, tell me, Montera, hi.
yeah, we've already given you shit while you were gone about not sharing your sweet potato pie recipe with us.
Yeah, yeah, and you forgot the biggest part of the discussion last night, Ro. I
uh, oh, Jenny's
okay.
reversing Crazy Lynn's curse. That's good news. Good news.
Yeah, uh, that's nice, Jenny. Thank you. I'm sure that they appreciate that.
We should just do a blanket blessing on everybody. That way, all Bart's curses will bounce back and then hit him thrice.
Right. And the
Right?
one thing that we haven't really covered yet, I mean, we'll get back to more pie later,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but what is everybody thankful for? This is Thanksgiving, to where we gather with our families. And, I think a lot of people just say, you gather with your family and you eat turkey. And, there's the fun people and the dysfunctional people sitting back going, oh, Lord, help me. So, yeah, I mean, but what is everybody thankful for
Can I
besides pie? Yeah,
can I start?
absolutely. Yes.
I am thankful of God putting his blessings on us and removing toxic influences in our life and carrying it forth into the void, and that we don't have to deal with it anymore. And that's what I'm truly thankful for.
Yes, I could actually relate to that as well, and would throw in that I am so blessed that, there's, yeah, I have pain, yeah, I have problems, yeah, I have personal things go on, but, I'm still here another day. And there's so many people that are in way worse shape than I am. And so, when I get uncomfortable and I think of, oh, I just want to just curl up in a ball, I remember that, what, you're blessed. You have so much. There's so many people that are so much worse off than you. So, buck it
Yes.
up, buttercup, get out there and just try to make a difference. So, but, then the usual good stuff, like you said, I definitely agree with your thankfulness and what you're thankful for. Uh, Other than just, getting to be with friends. I'm very
Yeah.
thankful for that too.
And then we're thankful that Jenny's here to cleanse our auras and our chakras and whatever else needs an airing out. So
Absolutely. Yes, Jenny, you don't know how much we appreciate that. I hope you have enough sage in stock, hun. It's going to take a lot.
yeah.
My
Oh
goodness.
dear. You
Yes,
got that
Sade
right.
says that she's thankful for all the Heavenly Father's blessings toward her family and friends. So I think that's, the pretty unanimous thing. Unhinged, melodramatic, the same. She's thankful for healthy family, food, and friends. So definitely. Yep, that's what it's all about.
Uh,
And Christmas, I think my favorite thing, and it was so good to see Charlie Brown back on TV. Um, so, and the Great Pumpkin too. I don't know what they were thinking, trying to get rid of that stuff again. Hopefully they're
why?
not going to censor us certain songs again this year.
Is it,
Um,
oh, is it un PC or well, not PC or whatever it is?
well, at first they were even going to try to go after Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I'm like, really? How can Rudolph be offensive? I
Oh, I'm
mean, come
sorry.
on.
What? What
I
the
know. Well,
hell?
it all started with some of the songs, some of the Christmas musics from back in the day, like, with Bing Crosby and Dean Martin, some of those guys, and they sang some of these songs, Baby, It's Cold Outside. Now that all of a sudden has sexual
Oh
references and all this other
my
stuff. And it's like,
god.
shut up,
Oh,
people. I
yeah,
know.
thank you. Mind you, I
Exactly.
was mildly horrified when I was a child about Santa kissing mommy under the Christmas tree. I was a little outraged over that one.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
Why would my mother be smooching a Santa Claus? So I had issues, but when
Well,
I found
that
out my dad was actually Santa Claus, then all the tumblers clicked in place. Okay.
honestly, I think I would have been using that with my friends. Hey, y'all better watch it, man. My father's Santa. I'm gonna come kick your ass. You won't get shit.
I was just horrified by that song. Just horrified. I hate that.
Oh no. And I have to say, the one of my favorites though was Eartha Kitt singing Santa Baby.
Oh yes,
Love that one.
Santa
Love it.
baby. Man, she didn't get enough airtime. She made the
She
best
didn't.
Catwoman. She made the best Catwoman. She had a voice on her that was sex on wheels. It was, yeah, she was something else.
She was, yes. And one of our favorite movies. Whenever we just, kind of hang out and we get in a rut. I mean, the DVR around here is full because we never have a chance to watch all the stuff. But whenever we're bummed, we're just gonna hang out. Cadillac Records. If you've never seen it, it's a very very good movie, and just the portrayals of some of the characters were so good. Beyonce doing Etta James, and it was her performance was just very very good. I really enjoyed that movie. So we sit back and check out movies like that because to hear some of the old music and how it started, it is just fascinating how some of this stuff works because you don't hear some of these stories, and Cadillac Records was fairly accurate from what I understand of how it was done.
Hmm.
But other than that, I wonder what pie was famous back then. I wonder what everybody was into back then. Fruit
Ooh.
pies probably because that would be like you said, that would be the most prevalent thing to
Actually,
have.
there's a guy I watch on YouTube, Tasting History, and he did a pecan pie that was made, I think he said 1914, but it was before that the sugar syrup was added into it. So it's a more of a tart instead of like a classic pie, like classic pecan pie now. Um,
Hmm.
and he really liked it. He was like, "This is good. This is good." So
Right.
yeah, it's Tasting History with Max Miller, and it's
I'll
just a
have to check
recent.
that out.
Yeah, it's just a recent one he's done within the last week and a half, I think. So, and yeah, it's not a cooking show per se. What he does is he investigates like really, really, really old recipes, like from the Middle Ages, Elizabethan times, that kind of stuff. And he makes them up, but it's not a cooking show. He just talks the history of the recipe, of difficulty of translation sometimes, and he puts it together himself. He's not a professional cook. He says he barely navigates the kitchen, but it's really good and a well put together show.
Right. Yeah. It sounds like
Yeah,
it.
I recommend it. Yeah, he really does. But he does that pecan pie one, and it's got me interested enough to go out and buy because I don't like super super sweet things. So I have never been drawn to that kind of like a syrupy pie.
Right. I cheat a little bit and I change the recipe out just a little so it's not as sweet. I kind of make it more like a Kentucky Derby type pie instead.
Okay,
So,
explain.
oh, well, it depends on it's kind of difficult to explain the Kentucky Derby pie. Uh, let me see. It has a chocolate cream in it, like a chocolate filling with part of it, and part of it has a layer of a creamy type ingredient, not milk or per se, and it's not a meringue either. But then it has some pecans in it as well,
Okay.
and there's different versions of it. It just depends on you know I think basically how it's explained to me is what your mama had on hand is what your version of it is. So, but to me it's very similar, and some of those come out awfully sweet as well, and I don't care for them if they're that sweet either, so I try to
Yeah.
tweak it.
So to make it your own, I get that. Jenny, speaking of your room, um, if you've seen mine, you'd probably fall over. I'm not a hoarder. I'm cluttery. I have things in piles like clothes that should be are clean that should be hung up or folded in the laundry baskets. Things are coming out of my dresser drawer. You know, things are just everywhere.
And
But
you and nickname would
I
want to
say
come and
my
torture me.
because I have to. It's in my DNA.
Oh, I love it. You guys would. You would be right over there going, "Oh, let's do this to her. Let's do this to
I'll
her."
move all your jars in your bathroom
Yep.
around.
Yep. Yeah.
Fingerprints on your mirror.
Now that I'm pretty a little bit lax about that stuff,
Okay.
but everything else though, it's got to be, right where I saw it last. If it's not, I'm like, okay, where'd that go? Where is
Are
it?
your
I get a little paranoid.
Kate, are your candles all in alphabetical order?
No, and that's the shock. I have them from
Wow, I'm
seasons.
impressed. Oh, you have
Well,
them in season. Okay.
yeah, I
Now
have
I can come over and mix everything up then.
there. Yes, exactly. Yeah, because I tried to get stuff that's like more spring summery and then more fall wintry and decide what stack it's in and go from there. And some
That
people behind the scenes have seen that and they just walk away with a face palm going, "Wow, she's got it bad." So
okay, nickname it to date.
you two would you old biddies you.
Oh man, I'm gonna kick you.
Man.
I think we
Oh
should.
my goodness.
I think she should be punished in Discord again.
That one, yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to do. Bless her heart. Just gang up
Ah,
on her and be mean. That hey, never mind. I won't even say it. We have to still talk about more pie.
yes, yes, ma'am. Yes. How about crust?
I like a graham cracker crust. Even if it's like a meringue pie, like you say, if something like that, a silk pie, that it's an absolute has to be a graham cracker crust or a chocolate crust.
Hmm.
And if not, if it's like an apple pie or a homemade fruit pie, like a peach pie or something like that, then yeah, a nice flaky, perfect crust.
Crust with eggs. There are many recipes for crust. With a fruit pie, I kind of like to use butter,
Definitely.
and for more of a substantial, let's say, meat pie of some sort, then it definitely lard.
Well, you know what? And that's a huge debate, but you're right, Kathy. If you want that flavor in that pie,
Hmm.
you want it to be, and you want it to be that flaky, perfect crust, that's what you have to use. You got to get out the good old Crisco.
Yeah.
So
And all due respect to any vegetarian or vegans out there, but lard is the bomb for pie.
it is. I still have friends that fry their chicken in that they won't use anything but, and
Yeah.
that's just like I see it, I get it, but for me, I just can't. I mean,
Nope.
like got a husband that can't eat that kind of stuff, and it was funny. The standing joke around here is like, you have to run and get more pie because I did a whole bunch of stuff today. I'm fairly ready, but I wait to the last minute to get the pumpkin pies because I want them to be nice and fresh and stuff. So I still have to run back and get pies and yams and all the other crap that I forgot the first time around. But yeah, I think I'm hoping I'm ready. I'm hoping I'm ready. But
You are, you are. I know that you're probably having to entertain the sister-in-law.
yeah, well, yeah, and for part of the actual day, I'll be out of town, and then the Friday is one, Saturday is one, and then
My
Monday is
gosh.
one. So I have three here and one there. Yeah.
All right. Can I suggest buffet time?
Oh, we did that one time for Christmas, and it was amazing. Oh, it was so cool. I mean, the whole family on my husband's side practically was there, and his mom one year because they trade off, and that's one thing on his side of the family. Who man, they do know how to do the holidays. Holy shit! And his mom one year, she's like, you know what? She'd been recovered from an accident. She's like, I just don't have it in me this year. It was supposed to be her turn, and she goes, nope. They did. One of the hotels was having like this massive brunch, and it was expensive, but I mean, they had like literally everything you could think of. I mean, mimosas were included, and y'all was having a grand old time. Oh my goodness. I think that's one time my sister-in-law and I did get along. So,
Do you guys sit at the opposite end of the bed? or the bed, the table.
Yeah, well, depending, we will tolerate each other when need be, but I will definitely call her out as I've repeated a story to
Yeah,
you guys recently about. So
yeah.
yeah, but I have two of them, and kind of can be a tie sometimes, but that's okay. And you make do. I mean, I'm sure my husband's got some of my family members that he questions. So it is what it is. You try to suck it up for the holidays. That's what I'm saying. It puts the fun in dysfunctional. So, you know, it's never the holidays. And you got one of those that's over in the corner going, and everybody's going, what the hell is going on over there? But I'm not going to ask. So,
Well, I got to tell you, my family never had drama during the holidays. We were all friendly and we liked each other, even the in-laws and future, siblings in laws. And one time we had Thanksgiving. It was about 3 years ago, and I was invited over to my sister's and came over, and you could cut the atmosphere with a knife. My sister and her youngest daughter apparently had a big blowout about 5 minutes before I arrived, and just uh, so, the daughter stormed off, and everybody was sort of sitting around the table, and then one by one, everybody got up and left.
oh
I was
shit.
the only one sitting at the Thanksgiving table. I'm going, God damn it, I'm going to eat my dinner.
Hell yeah.
I
Sorry.
didn't make anything at my house. So I just piled my plate full of food and ate.
Oh God, I love it. I don't blame you though. You know what? I don't blame you a bit. To hell with that shit. If y'all gonna act crazy, I'm eating and then I'll leave. See ya. Oh,
Everybody was so uncomfortable, they just sort of drifted away. No!
yeah, not today of all days. I'm sorry. I'm eating past the noodles. We're good.
Yeah, I got the
Nope.
potatoes and yeah, all the vegetables, the meat, the cranberry sauce, the stuffing, ate, said
Exactly. It's like
goodbye,
pick any
left.
other damn day. Don't pick today.
So everybody apologized the next day. I'm so sorry that never happens. I'm going,
Of
I
course.
know.
And it won't ever happen again either. Oh.
No, it hasn't since. So, oh my
Oh
God.
my goodness. It was just, I remember one Thanksgiving, we're all getting together, we're all getting together, we're all getting together, and the food's ready, and we're waiting on one family. And it's just like, you guys, they're late every year like this. I mean, I get it, they got kids, whatever, but still, they're late. Everything, any time of an occasion, they are late. So, why do we have to sit here and wait while they're in limbo somewhere? And the food's getting cold, people are getting grouchy, grandmas are getting sleepy. It's like, come on here, we're eating. So, and they came in and they tried to get half offended. It's like, people, you're an hour and a half late, live with it.
Yeah, and the food gets dried out.
Well, yeah, and they
Oh,
wanted to get like cranky. It's like, you don't even go there. I mean, next year be on time.
yeah.
So
I'm the same
I do.
nickname. I'm one of those chronically early people myself. It's a flaw, by the way, which I used in job interviews when the interviewers always asked you what do you think is your greatest flaw, and I say I'm perpetually early.
Yeah, I know.
I am.
I was never late for work. I think one
I
time
know.
it was winter weather, and I do remember being late, but it wasn't too bad. And
Mhm.
we all got there and everything, so I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. Let's not have a crisis. So I think other than that, though, I was never late. I definitely prided myself on never being late. So, and I'm like that too. If I have an appointment, I am there on time or early. So,
Or really, really early, like I am. I have been late, but it's not by my fault. It's like transportation, weather,
right,
that kind of thing. Um,
right.
so yeah, so I'll say if I'm ever late, it's not my fault, and I really mean that.
Exactly. It's just like, oh my goodness. And see,
Even the last party I was invited to, you never on time for a party. I mean, that's just gauche.
well, sure.
So
I mean, yeah,
so
that's
the party
typical.
started, yeah, party started about 7:30. I thought, okay, I'll be 8:30. I
Yeah.
got there. I was the first person there. Son of a bitch.
Oh man, I love it. Oh my God, everybody else had the same idea. That's hilarious. I've definitely been to a party like that too, and then oh my God,
I had
it's
to
like,
lie.
whoa. I'm sorry, I must have come at a wrong time.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's hilarious. But
Oh,
yeah, you never know with people, and we do. Nickname said they had to tell one of their family members. We said to have to tell one of my brothers that too. It was like if you were gonna go, because back then I think the cool time to go to the club was right around 9ish, 9:30, 10, something like that. And now I don't know what time it's fashionable to go to the club. I think it's like late to go.
midnight.
And yeah, and sorry, that ship sailed. But that was bad enough. Well, we'd have to tell him if we wanted to be at the club around 8:30 or so. We'd have to tell him, well, we're going to do other stuff, so we're leaving at 7, just to make sure that he would be ready to leave by 8:30 to get to the club, and consistently. And it was just like, dude, what time we're supposed to walk out the door. So
Yeah.
let's try to do it. And God love him, never. I don't think he's ever been on time for anything.
I couldn't stand that. Oh, imagine being married to somebody
Well,
that's chronically late. Oh, yeah, yeah.
and we had a lot of fun. We went to Disney World one year. My husband's best friend got married at Disney World. And so they went down there and the whole wedding party went down there and it was crazy stuff. Well, they got married in this adorable little white chapel, okay? And everybody had been down there for a couple days beforehand, before the wedding. And well, the day of the wedding, the limo comes, they have no marriage license. They forgot to pick up the marriage license. It's like, you guys, you've been here for freaking how many days? So there they are. She's in a wedding gown. He's in the tux. They're at the office trying to pick up. There's a line. They're trying to get to
Oh,
pick up the
no.
freaking license. So the place next door was cooking some killer food. We were all standing outside, uh, smelling this food, and the reverend's they're looking at his watch going, excuse me, and they're all looking at my husband because he was the best man. He's like, don't look at me, you know and we're trying to get a hold of everybody and nobody's answering their phones, so we're thinking, how did they get lost between the hotel and the church? So come to find out, though, it was very cute. They finally show up, because the preacher's got, I've got another wedding. It's like, oh, yeah, we know. And they finally did get married, and everything was all well and good. And we went to Bob Marley's bar at Universal that night.
Yeah.
And all I know is that the bartender carded me, and I'm like, will you marry me?
Yeah. Darling,
Yeah.
you.
Like, if you're gonna card me, we can get married now, thanks. But so yeah, so it was just crazy though. And we still harass him terribly about that still to this day. That I said, you guys literally were late for your own wedding. So my goodness.
And forgot them. Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Well, has everybody weighed in about pie?
we have to talk more pie. We've covered favorite fillings or
Hmm.
holiday pie. Did we cut or just favorite fillings? Mine was, I remember saying strawberry and rhubarb.
Oh yes, you did.
Um, how about berry pies?
Oh, now if it is blueberry or blackberry, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely,
Yes.
definitely. And
It's a little
now
difficult to nail the consistency of it. You
it
know,
is.
I'm hit and miss with it. There are some days I get it and it's just a thing of beauty. Other days, oh well, it's all over the plate, but still tastes good.
nickname. You only like blueberry pie. Wait a minute. I think that's the wrong nickname. I don't know what's going on
Oh,
with
she's
that girl.
nice. I think berry pie is what she's saying.
I hope so. Hi, Pam. How are you?
Custard pie. Good one, Pam.
Well, see, nickname. Don't contradict yourself, hon. If you're if you like coconut custard, then you like more than just blueberry. I'm going to point
That's
out,
right. I think she
but
needs to go to the mean girl corner.
I think so too.
Uh,
But she'll never stay there, though. That's just it.
yeah, you
It
must
is what it
respect
is.
the pie.
Right, right. Oh my goodness, there's 21 thumbs down. Geez, Kathy.
No
Our
way.
Thanksgiving our Thanksgiving pie discussion is not going over well. I am so sorry.
Oh no. Hey,
Holy cow.
engagement is still engagement. Thank you for showing up. Doesn't
What
hurt
did
that
they think we were
community.
going to talk about? I mean,
I
that
don't
was the
know.
whole consistency of Discord today was ladies bickering back and forth saying, "Shut your pie hole. You don't know nothing about no damn pie." So, I don't know.
Well, I can
I
imagine they
guess
all
they
have
don't.
lives.
Nickname says yes. They just must not like pie.
I
That's
don't know
un-American,
why.
isn't it?
People like
That's
pie.
that's
But pie
un-American.
movies, but pie movies. So we got the help. Anybody remember John Travolta in Michael? Pie, pie, I like pie. He plays the Archangel Michael. You've never seen that movie?
Which one?
It's
Oh,
called
oh, yes,
Michael.
with John Travolta when he
Yeah.
was actually hot. Yep.
And they're all at the pie restaurant eating pie,
And well, and did he? I love it. He smelled like something different to all the ladies.
cookies,
Yep.
some bread.
Yep. Yeah, it was comical. And I love it because we watched it with some of the guys and they're all just over there like confused. It's like, never mind, we'll explain it later. It's okay. Don't worry.
It's still one of
God
my
love
most
them.
favorite movies.
Oh no. Golly.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, that's all right. That one had to take a time out because that is a dachshund. That's not nice, and we don't
Yeah.
allow that here. So
No,
that's
no.
going to go away just because I know the person would be upset by that. So that's why it got removed.
Oh, the one with the
So,
government name. Yes, we don't want that. No, no,
no, yeah. So
that would
that's
be
not
wrong.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, that's just not nice.
She needs a pa. It's okay. Hey, Mary.
Oh, I know. Nickname. Be lucky we ain't talking about Ms. Minnie's chocolate pie tonight.
We'll be
Mm.
serving up some of that later.
Yep, yep,
Somebody
yep,
was
yep, yep.
talking about the nether regions today at nauseum. So,
Oh my.
God
I'm
issue.
glad. I'm really glad I've been busy. I'm really glad now. I'm really glad.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and
Moving
it's
on.
gonna be well, it's gonna be slim pickings anyways. I mean, we'll see the girls in Discord and that kind of stuff, but Christmas is coming up, and we can also talk about this too and see what all people are going to be baking coming up because that's
Oh,
what we always do a lot. We do treats for the neighbors because the neighbors do treats for us. And it's like, oh, good
that's
Lord.
kind.
I know. But so my nephew loves chocolate covered pretzels, and he loves you take a little pretzel, like a little waffle pretzel,
Hmm.
and you melt a hug on top of it. And then right when you bring them out of the oven, you just put a little M&M in the center and sprinkle them with, crystal color sugar or whatever you want to use on them, and let them harden up. And they are so good. They're not that expensive to make, and you get a ton of them. So that's a favorite of his. So I make those, and of course I make fudge and I make peanut brittle, and so I'm just going to be busy. So that's cool with me to just be hanging out and every now and then coming live because Candy's going to be gone for a while, and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it
But
is
she
what it
did leave.
is.
She before she left, she did leave that wonderful chocolate coconut confection from that Brazilian lady. I'm making that
Yes.
because
And
I
and
am. Hmm.
right, and it looks good. I looked at the recipe not too long ago. I love getting recipes online. I can spend half the day just looking up some of these recipes. Um, I'm trying to think of the gal's name right now. Oh, goodness gracious. I watch her all the time, and she has wonderful little, very quick desserts. And I mean, she puts some really cute stuff together.
Hmm.
She has like even a recipe for a single cookie. It's
Oh,
crazy. And I think it's Emma, something like that.
that's sinful. One cookie?
Yes, yeah, and but it's
Oh,
really big. It's really big,
oh,
and
okay. That makes sense. A single cookie. I thought that just your normal size cookie. A recipe for one. I was going, how much flour?
that
How do
would be
you
very
get
weird.
the egg in there?
And
Yeah.
yeah, and you fix it, and it's the whole deal is like you do it in the microwave, and it takes like 5 minutes.
Oh.
And I made one, and my husband was like, "Yeah, these are okay. I'd eat that." So it's an oversized cookie. It's an oversized chocolate chip
Size
cookie.
cookie. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it was good, and she has these really cute little desserts and stuff. So,
Huh.
and I bet she's got good pie recipes too.
I bet we should look.
We should. Oh, I love
Drops.
gumdrop, and
We
oh
read at the same
yes,
time. Psych.
yes, yes, yes. And anything mallow creams, the little mallow cream candies and stuff, that's my weakness. It's like, oh Lord, no. Like the
Aw.
candy corn and the pumpkins and you know, like oh, I have to hide that stuff. I just don't buy it that way. If I don't buy it, it's not here and I don't eat it. I don't have to worry about it.
I do want to try. I don't know why I'm obsessed with it. It's not pie related. Sorry, it's in the cake category. Is that orange slice cake?
Oh, that would be wonderful. That
It
would be
just
good.
looks so. It looks like more filling than batter. And I think I would take back a lot of the sugar because the candies are so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I saw one for like 2.5 cups of sugar, and I'm going, oh no, oh no, 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 we're
Right, right.
not, no, no,
Yeah, you can definitely adjust that. And if you're a fan of lemon, Nickname's got a really cool dip that she makes
no.
with
Oh,
lemon. Oh, it's good. I've
yes,
made it.
please, yes, please. Nickname Discord. Whooey.
Yes, exactly. It's like, all right. And it's relatively easy. I think it's just lemon curd. You know what, Jody, we're not doing that. Have a nice day. If you want to come back under your own name. That's don't do that. That's just not polite. We're not going there. So,
Well, somebody got a
out
little
of
pissy that not. Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean, and out of respect for her, I mean, even though she doesn't really like us that well, out of respect though, that's not. I didn't think you would tolerate that here, Kathy. So
No, 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 no,
I
no,
took,
no.
yeah, I took care of that.
Thank
But other than
you.
that, yes, lemon curd mixed with Cool Whip, and you let it refrigerate. And oh my gosh, it's so good just to dip it with stuff. I mean, I could just sit there and eat it, to be honest. But it is really good.
Okay, yeah, I need that in my life.
It's delicious. Man, well you can still click on the message mans and read it. Oh no, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just rubbed that in. I'm gonna pay for that comment. Oops.
Oh man,
Oops.
remind me. I'll mod you, and then you can read the deleted messages because that's a
There you
perk.
go. I know. Bless her heart. That's just I'm
I
sorry. I'm
don't
a
think I
mean
can do
girl
it.
this close.
I
Somebody
can't
take
do
my
it.
pie.
Yeah, I can't do it through StreamYards, but as soon as the this is functioning as a video, I can do it. So,
Exactly. And yes. Oh goodness. Oh no.
and I can't tell who's a mod because StreamYards just everybody looks the same. I think
Oh, okay.
If I went through YouTube, then I would see the wrenches, but I don't see them. So I kind of have a memory who I modded.
Right.
And if I'm and if I'm thinking, oh, where's Lucy Lou when you need her? Uh, cinnamon with Cool Whip and dipped gingerbread cookies. Are you kidding? What? Okay. Oh, there she is. I never thought of the
Shh,
combination.
shh, nobody noticed, right?
Right, right. Nobody noticed.
That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Nobody tell Lucy Lou. You know,
Oh
she was
no.
poor
Of
girl's probably
course.
sleeping.
It's never a stream unless that happens.
I know.
I'm
Rolo
just
hot chocolate. Oh yes, I can do that
ooh.
too.
Oh, that sounds good. But that is good because we used to get the little spoons, and how ridiculous they're just. It's just a little plastic spoon covered with chocolate, and you put it in your coffee or whatever your hot chocolate and stir it up, and they're like $2 a spoon. It's like, I can make those. So it's like let's just make some of those.
Who's that? Starbucks? Because the only
It,
thing Starbucks is good at doing is a latte. I don't like their coffee. I don't like their flavored
no,
coffee because they're always way too sweet and ugh,
no, I am
no,
not. I am the unpopular person in my family. I am not a Starbucks fan.
no, I'm not either. Oh yeah, yeah.
No. No, I'm
See,
not. I think their coffee tastes burnt to me.
yes, yes, yes. And I'm a coffee snob. I mean, like I have a French press, and when I'm feeling in my feelings of fanciness, I will actually go and make coffee in a French press, which sounds
Oh,
more
wow.
fancy than it actually is. So, but it does make the best cup of coffee.
Right. Oh, I'm sure it does. And I have a nice affair with my Keurig, so I'm good. I'm a happy camper. and
Hey,
and
hey, hey.
I love the flavored coffee. My husband, no, he does not want flavored coffee. Every now and then he will do. And if you want a really good K cup to try, it's by a company called Crazy Cups, and a lot of the flavored coffees use light roast coffee. Crazy Cups, when they do their flavors, they use a medium roast. You get a bolder flavor with it. They have a chocolate peanut butter coffee that is absolutely insane to die for. And so I live by that and I have that. But yeah, it's good stuff. Really
You know,
good.
I'm
So
not a flavored coffee person, really. I will do one or two pumpkin spice during the season, but
right.
yeah. But if I want something extra when I'm brewing through my drip coffee maker, I'll throw a couple of shakes of cinnamon in with the grounds,
Oh,
and
I bet that's
is that
good.
ever nice? It is. It's very
Yeah,
subtle and it's really nice.
sounds good.
It
Sounds
is.
good. 'Cause that's there's one of the flavored coffees I will pick up from time to time is the cinnamon dolce, and it's good. So because I'm the same way, I'll do a regular coffee. It has to be something along the lines of Wolfgang Puck does a bed and breakfast that's really good. It's hard to find.
Ooh.
And the Crazy Cups was a really cool place because they have a lot of different varieties. I needed a filler, so I just bought a chocolate covered cherry. This is the Cella's chocolate covered cherry coffee. I'm like, huh, I'll try that. And oh, it's good. I've been a customer ever since of those. So I mean, it's just really good. So, but I'll drink just kind of the regular Green Mountain breakfast blend from time to time. And my husband's the donut shop. He's got to have his donut shop coffee. Honey, I bought only two donut shop coffees left. I'm like, okay, honey, I see. We got you covered. In the pandemic, he's coming home. He's going, please tell me you got coffee.
Well, geez, now speaking of that, I was grocery shopping today, and I was, doing the aisle by aisle, and I got into the baking section, and I noticed that the flour, empty shelves, and there was
Huh.
5 pound bags of flour left. One was best for bread, and the other was just your basic all purpose. I snatched those babies up and I put them in my cart, even though I didn't need flour. I got that moment of panic. And I'm scuttling away
Right.
with my two little bags of flour. I'm going, son of a bitch, not again.
I know. I know. And we did pretty good. I had it was funny because we belong to Sam's and Costco both, because it always seems like when Sam's doesn't have it, Costco does have it, and when Costco doesn't have it, Sam's has it. So it's like fine, we got the gamut covered here. And um Sam's, I had just looked into being a plus member, and I was like, well, we use the business as for the Sam's. I was like, okay, I'll try it. And this was before the pandemic.
Mhm.
And a lot of their stuff is free shipping. Oh my God, I didn't have to leave nothing. Just click, 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 click. And if you stocked just right, you got toilet paper, so you were good. So it was just click, click, click. So I was happy. And we were very, very lucky that we had stocked up on some stuff. So, and we are having a current, uh, let's say, how do we put it? A current competition just for fun with another YouTuber about the how much toilet paper can one
Oh,
hoard
the
is going to be the name
300.
of the debate.
Yes, I seem to remember that.
Yes. So yeah,
And the spam and the noodles.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly. They'll be set. They'll be set. So it's all good.
for the
Yeah.
end times, you are set with toilet paper. Oh, oh, oh. Crazy Lynn has a pie question.
Let's see. So, so I have a question here. Christmas or Thanksgiving, when the pie making is going to get really intense. You know, I think things will intensify in pie making the closer it gets to Christmas. But that's just my experience. And you never
I
know.
never know. I find that pie intensity is Thanksgiving. We're
Okay.
like we discussed more. Cake is more, and cookies and that stuff is Christmas.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Unhinged says both cookies for Christmas.
Oh, I know. Poor nickname. You get gypped. You do.
Oh,
Bless
you
your
poor thing.
heart.
Yeah, I'm so bad for you.
And even the Costco online, she can't get it. It's like, damn, that's like, I don't know. Might write corporate knickers and tell them they're baiting you. It's
I
not
want to
nice
know
of
what
you,
the
young person.
offer is unhinged. What offer? Cookies for Christmas always.
Oh my gosh, Sade. Oh my Lord. My husband was like, get whatever you can get.
Oh,
Just get whatever you can get. And those big ginormous rolls that you see like at the gas station, and when it's empty, it just
mhm.
this huge roll drops down. And that's all they had. And he goes, you better go ahead and get it. I'm like, oh, fine. Oh my God, but this stuff has got to be horrible. And so, and sure enough, it is, and it's the worst stuff. And we have it as a joke. We use part of it as like paper towels, or just whatever to wipe up spills, just that kind of stuff, because you could not use it anywhere else, trust me. And we still have a roll of it in our bathroom downstairs as a joke. So it's just like, oh good Lord, really? And that stuff was expensive, and it's terrible. I mean, come on, we've all used gas station toilet paper. It is not good. So
Zing!
woo.
Careful. Ah,
Oh no, they don't have a Costco. That's terrible. Unhinged. I would die. I would die without my Costco.
I can't get near our Costco this time of year.
It's yes, I mean it's and again, my husband like no retail, no. He's like if he goes to Costco, he gets sent to the car because he just no. And I ask him every time, why do you insist on going? Because you hate it. I'll go, it'll be fun. Oh, I'll go. And he gets there and he goes, this is not fun. I'm like, I know, and I told you it wasn't gonna be fun, but you never listen to me. So then I have to deal with you in Costco and embarrass you and send you to the car.
In front of people.
Exactly. And the awful thing is, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad because he knows better. He does it every time. God love him. Oh my gosh. She said her Costco does not have the eggnog liqueur that is to die for. Oh my goodness.
Oh, see, I
Ooh,
might be
gingerbread
tempted.
eggnog.
Yeah, I would be tempted to try that,
I would too.
even though I'm not an eggnog fan, but I would be tempted.
And one of these days I'm going to attempt to make it. They say it's really easy, just
Yeah, it is.
time consuming because you have to do it in different stages from what I hear.
Yeah, and it
So,
separates really fast if you're not careful. So, but
right. And that's
you can fix it with an immersion blender. So for the most part, you can fix it if you break it.
I don't know. I might attempt it in between the peanut brittle and the hard crack candy and the
Mm.
pretzels and the chocolate covered
Hmm.
pretzel rods and
Uh, yeah, I'm scaling back the stuff I'm making for Christmas too. I just can't be bothered because then I'll eat it all. And jeez.
well, and it is. It's just so much easier just to not keep it. We just try not to keep it in the house. If
Yeah,
we get a wild hair, we have a little place that around the corner that you can go get a piece of cake and we split it or something. It's just it's
yeah.
just easier. And oh, terrible sometimes though. He's the worst enabler. He won't admit it, but he really is. He's a very bad enabler. Go, let's do this. Let's go here for lunch. Let's go there. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I can feel my arteries hardening from here. So,
It
so I think
never.
he gets annoyed.
Yeah, I think that's why I just like see I wouldn't say no to like an actual sit down restaurant with decent food, but that's why I pretty much stay away from fast food is because I'm not spending 15-20 bucks on crap.
Oh, I know. It's
Like
crazy.
yeah,
It
yuck.
is. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Maybe Kentucky Fried Chicken or Jolly Bees. And there's two Popeyes by me. One is really bad. One is really good.
And they closed all of ours. We don't have any Kentucky Fried Chickens. I mean, we do. It's like a way on the other side of town, and that's what
Wow.
I would rather do too, though, Kathy. If I'm, my husband, we got Arby's not long ago, and it was like almost $25. About fainted. I'm like, what for Arby's? Are you kidding me? And I said, the hell with that shit. I'll go down to the restaurant down the street and sit down and have them bring me, a cheeseburger and fries, and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
So I would rather do something like that and have pay the same price and you get dessert and an appetizer. We can go to Fridays for that. So
Well, exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Or one of those like that usually center around universities or colleges, like those artesian burger places that
Right,
I don't mind
exactly.
shelling out the money for really shit good. Oh my god, I can't believe I just you know inhaled that kind of a burger.
Right.
I don't want to
Right.
waste money on McDonald's or save it
No.
for the kids. Let the kids have it.
Exactly.
I have my
Yeah.
coffee and I watch them play. I don't want that food. Yeah,
Right. Right.
coffee's good.
'Cause yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what, yeah, that's it for me too. So, but guys, I hate to go. I probably have to go here in a little bit. Um,
Okay. I think we
yeah.
I think we exhausted the pie conversation.
Right. Yeah. I think everybody's kind of made up their minds, but I do have one final comment.
Okay.
Don't be a two slice hilly, y'all. Don't drink that Kool-Aid. Come on now.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yep. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see everybody soon.
Okay. Bye,
Thanks.
Kate.
Thanks for having me.
Betcha. Guys, thanks for dropping by for our little pie convo. It was very kind of you to drop in. And We will see each other in Discord and other places, I'm sure. And to all my American friends, happy Thanksgiving. Remember to wear the buffet pants. You'll feel better. Bye.